We've got the all-new Mercedes-Benz AMG SL 63.
I'll decode that for you. Luxurious, expensive, powerful.
Fun.
Okay.
What a beauty.
That never gets old, actually.
It never gets old.
I mean, it never gets old. If
Nope.
you had this car for 10 years and you did that, you would go, yeah, that was a good purchase. All right, what's under the hood of this thing? It's a beast.
A handcrafted AMG 4-liter V8 bi-turbo with a 9-speed automatic transmission, 577 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. Standard all-wheel drive for the very first time.
Oh, and she's quick. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 3.6 seconds. That's 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. So it's a very special moment when there's a brand new SL because they only put these cars out roughly every 10 years. So this is a major moment in time. Must come with a lot of stuff, Andrea.
Sure does.
What are the key standard features?
This AMG model comes with an 11.9-inch touchscreen, Mercedes-Benz user experience, a 12.3-inch digital driver display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, Burmester sound system, Napa leather upholstery, heated and ventilated front seats, power front seats with memory, heated steering wheel, and a foot-activated trunk release.
Of course, Andrew's already got it in Sport Plus. That's how you get the great sound. What else can we put it in, though?
You gotta put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the couple car review twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure you like and subscribe, but also follow on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea to see what's up behind the scenes. And for me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button. So Andrea already mentioned it, a couple of big changes. This is now all-wheel drive, first time ever. And the other thing is they've gone back to a soft top. The previous 2 generations were retractable hard tops. And this is all done because they're streamlining the luxury coupe and convertible market for Mercedes-Benz. The S-Class convertible is gone. The C-Class convertible is gone, and they're putting a lot of pressure on this car.
You know, this has been delighting Mercedes-Benz customers for almost 70 years now. And I'm loving the changes. First off, it's sportier looking, it's more luxurious, the technology has improved. We've got 2 rear seats in the back, and because of the soft top, it's now 46 pounds lighter, that top alone, versus the metal roof on the previous model.
It's also a little bit bigger. I mean, you've now got rear seats, really not that usable. We'll show you that in a moment. And a bigger trunk, which is definitely going to be welcome. But then you've also got the crosstown rivals in Stuttgart, Porsche, and they sell a lot of 911s with all-wheel drive, the little jump seats in the back. So I can kind of see why they're doing this.
Well, I really like the little seats. I mean, obviously best for very small children. We're past that stage of our life, but I gotta say, I like having them just to throw a few bags back there. They're just super convenient and practical.
I think it might be time to pull out the old bag from Venice, Andrea.
Yes, the gorgeous bag from Venice that we talk about that never gets used. But we walk back and forth to the store to get it.
It's going to get used one of these days, Andrea.
Yes, one day. You know, this has got a lower center of gravity now, so improved driving dynamics and handling. This is a great touring vehicle because not only is it comfortable, but it has the performance, obviously, of the V8 engine. It's that luxurious, refined feel as well.
This is peak Mercedes-Benz. This is exactly what Mercedes-Benz excels at. Fantastic combination of sportiness and pure luxury, beautifully crafted car, stunning looks, and you know, all the latest technology. So the way the engine works with the transmission and this new all-wheel drive system, or an all-wheel drive system added to this car, is all working perfectly.
And this 9-speed automatic transmission shifts smoothly and quickly. It really is fantastic. This SL has an AMG active ride control suspension with active anti-roll stabilization, rear axle steering, and an available AMG ceramic high-performance composite brake system.
And the brake rotors are huge on the front. So this car now looks more like the old GT cars, especially from the back. It's more rounded, it's got a long hood, and we'll have to see what they do with those cars, but this basically has a whole new look. And I kind of like it.
Me too. I think this is so sexy looking. It's got a longer wheelbase, short overhangs. I think it's an absolutely beautiful vehicle, one that I park and I turn to look at. I can't take my eyes off of it.
You know why, Andrea? You're turning and looking at it because you know it's going away tomorrow. We got to take it back. We also have the G-Wagon at the same time. So we absolutely have $500,000 of Mercedes parked in front of our house.
Crazy.
And both of them have the matte paint. I'm not sure I would get it with the matte paint, but that's up to you to decide. It does look kind of cool in this earth tone, metallic. It's earth tone, metallic, and it's matte. It's got all of that going for it.
It looks great. Now we've got a couple packages on here, the AMG Night package, as well as the AMG Stealth package. So we've got the black exterior accents, the black grille, and then all of that black badging and 21-inch black wheels.
It won't get you away from the radar detector. It's not that stealth, just so you know.
Looks stealth, not that stealth.
All right, then we turn our attention to the inside, and this is the latest stuff from Mercedes-Benz. As I mentioned, they only come out with this car roughly every 10 years. It's loaded with the latest tech. This screen has been polarizing in the past. We're going to talk about it more in Questions, Coffee, and Cars, but it's so big and so close. It's so easy to use, especially when you're driving.
And this really has a modern and luxurious feel to it now. The materials in here, from the Napa leather to the top stitching that's on the dash and on the doors, is absolutely stunning. This is Mercedes-Benz at its best.
Peak Mercedes-Benz. We're in peak Mercedes-Benz. They know what they're doing. It has some party tricks that they introduced a generation or two ago. The air scarf.
Yes.
We don't need it today, but on a cool evening, you put that on, it blows warm air over your shoulders. It's a magical carpet ride when you have that on. These are wonderful cars to take out at night. You put the bum warmers on, the air scarf on, and then you go for a ride with your sweetie.
I know.
Right, hon?
You know, and this
is that what we've been doing every night?
That's exactly what we've been doing every night. Of course we have. This really is a nice blend, like I said, of performance, but comfort. Like,
touring.
As a daily driver, you would just really love this. It doesn't beat you up at any time. It eats up some of those imperfections in the road, yet still fun.
You know what? We live near a school and near a park, and both of them have speed bumps, right? Because kids are around, and this goes right over the speed bumps, no problem. Typically, like in a 911, you'd have to really watch it. With this one, no problem.
No, and I think that's the appeal of it, and that's why it has been such a special vehicle for years. I do think that this is offering a more engaging drive now. I think people are going to like it.
All right, the back seat. This is really for small children. I would say maximum 8 to 10 years old, depending if they're a boy or a girl, how fast they grow. So here's me getting in the back. So the nice thing is the front seat caddies forward, okay? And then you step in. Of course, it's easier with the roof down. And then you sit down and then you put the seat back, and it started to caddy towards me, Andrea, and I thought it was going to attack me, so I vetoed that. And the seat is very upright as well. It's not that comfortable, just for kids on a short trip or for the bag from Venice.
Yeah, makes sense.
And here's the trunk. It's power operated. Love that on a luxury car. And it is very deep. Underneath there's a tire repair kit, but I would say this is a much bigger cargo area than previous, and it's a lot of room for groceries. Right, Andrea?
Oh, I went grocery shopping and it was fantastic. Probably got about 12 bags back there, threw a few extras in the rear seat. Golden.
Golden. All right, so now we're going to get to your questions, and one of them is about this screen.
Yeah.
Time now for Questions, Coffee, and Cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
The rear reminds me of a Nissan Z. Why are the screens getting so large, especially in a car that is meant to be appreciated for its performance? Yes, tech is required for other functions, but I find the screens this large an eyesore.
Well, you're paying a lot of money. They give you a big screen.
You know,
how much screen do you want?
Interestingly enough, we were recently in the EQE. watch our review. And we didn't like the screen as much, but it's the same screen. It just seems to work better in this vehicle because the vehicle is smaller. The screen also tilts, which I think is super clever that Mercedes-Benz did that.
Just a little bit. It tilts a little bit.
And it's easy
You know what?
to
It's
use.
so close now because it's such a little, well, in comparison, a smaller car. It's very close. It's easy to use. I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm not the biggest fan of big screens, but this one actually
This one worked. Such a beautiful and stunning job by Mercedes. I have to ask, this or the 911 Targa, as I know you and Zach are big fans of that model. So what would you choose?
Well, this one's more expensive. I mean, the Targa, you can obviously option it up to be very, very expensive. I mean, we've owned 2 911s and 5 Porsches in total, and our heart is kind of with that brand, but having driven this for a while, plus I want a manual transmission.
Okay, so my hair is long, as you can tell, and convertibles are a little bit tough for people with long hair. I'm sure there's men with long hair who can relate as well. But what I find is that my hair flies around everywhere. It whips across my face, so I always have to tie it up or I have to wear a hat. It's just the way it is. But in the Targa, I do not have to. The Targa is fantastic. I love that roof. I can have my hair down. It's like the best of both worlds for me. I know, tough life. These are things that, this is what I worry about. But if I'm spending this much on a vehicle, I need it to be perfect for me. So that's why I would choose the Targa.
But even with the Targa, if you're going on the Autobahn at 200 kilometers an hour, it would rip my toupee right off.
Next, they could achieve the performance by just going electric, which probably would have also reduced the price. Bi-turbo V8 and a new car seems a step backwards. Yes, you're right. You would have that quick acceleration, but you wouldn't have this amazing sound of a V8.
I've already said it in the review. This is peak Mercedes-Benz. They have absolutely mastered the high performance V8, the transmission, the suspension, everything. It just is all just working together perfectly like a symphony. And that will all be gone when they go to full electric. And a lot of people will miss it. They only do these cars, as we mentioned already, every 10 years. So I think that this one is now in it for maybe 10 years, but maybe not.
Very special. This is a very special handcrafted V8. But you are right. Many will agree with you that a V8 engine is a step behind the times right now.
And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
A heavy car, dull steering feel, more of a boulevard cruiser than sports car. Do you agree?
I would suggest, Andrea, this particular person has never driven one of these cars.
Maybe not.
And I used to think the same thing until I went on a Mercedes-Benz program in Slovenia.
Yes.
And we went down this wonderful, fantastic, freshly paved road. And I put it in your favorite setting, Sport Plus, only second to subscribe. And I walked away from the car and I was like, oh my God, these people know what the hell they're doing. And when you push this thing, it can do amazing things.
Yeah, I think it's an incredible vehicle. I like the steering on this. I think it's very precise. It handles incredibly well. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a great touring car, and I would be happy to call it my own.
It's so there are, of course, there were sharper cars. Like if you're going to get a 911 GT3, for example, that's going to be a sharper car. But this is a touring car. This is bum warmers on, air scarf on, going out with your sweetie to get ice cream.
And do you know what else? I think some people don't really want something that beats you up all the time. They just want a comfortable sports car that's engaging and fun, but almost the best of both worlds.
And can do that on demand. That's what you want.
This is one sweet ride if you can afford it.
And we can't.
No.
Thank you, Mercedes, for lending us this for a week.
Yeah, like what a treat to get the opportunity to drive something like the AMG SL 63.
You are living
just
vicariously through us. which I hope you enjoyed. All right, how much does this cost, the official numbers, and more in our vital stats?
Let's start with pricing. The AMG SL63 starts at $215,000 Canadian and over $178,000 in the US.
Here's the fuel economy: 17 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 11 on the highway. That's only 14 miles per gallon in the city, 21 miles per gallon on the highway. The warranty is 4 years, 80,000 kilometers, or 50,000 miles. So you want a high-performance convertible.
Yeah.
What else can you buy?
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
Up first is the Porsche 911 Carrera S Cabriolet with a twin-turbo 6-cylinder, 443 horsepower, and a starting price of almost $165,000.
The Jaguar F-Type with a 5-liter V8, 444 horsepower, at a starting price of $98,000.
The Chevrolet Corvette Z06, it's got a 5.5-liter V8, 670 horsepower, and a starting price just over $139,000.
The BMW M8 Cabriolet with a twin-power turbo 8-cylinder, 617 horsepower, and a starting price of $168,000.
So there are 4 high-performance convertibles for you to consider.
Lightning round: 2 things we like, 2 things we like to see improved.
I love the sound this V8 engine makes.
I love the new design.
I know it's not going to happen, but could it be less expensive?
And I would love Mercedes to ditch. This isn't going to happen either. The seat controls on the doors. I don't like it. I never have. I can't get my head around it.
Yeah. This offers a great combination of luxury, performance, and comfort.
All right, rock, paper, scissors to see who sits in the back seat on the way home. You ready?
I think you should do it.
No.
Okay, let's go.
That's not rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot.
This is gonna be fun.